Hey, what's up everyone? This is your host DCSG81 and today we'll take a look at this new SH Figuarts Ronin from the Avengers EndGame. Okay, so this is my missing pieces of all the SH Figuarts that's supposed to be released for this month, which is the Captain America, the Iron Man Mark 50 Nano Weapon Set 2, as well as this Ronin. Okay, so the remaining one should be the one I think everyone's been waiting for, which is the Iron Man Mark 85. Yeah, so after that I think it will be Nebula and also the Hawkeye. Yep. So after that I don't think they have actually teased any other new ones. Of course, for me, I'm actually waiting for quite a number that they have left out. Something like Scarlet Witch, Gamora, Drax, Mantis, basically most of the Guardian of the Galaxy, like Teen Groot, and the most important one, of course, is the Pepper Potts in the rescue armor that we see in the final battle. That's very cool. I really want that to happen, so please SH Figuarts, please make that figure happen. Okay, yeah, so sorry, without further ado, let's get a look on the box. So for the box, I think pretty much we are familiar with it by now. So you can see the white design, and the side there's nothing much, and also there's nothing much on the side as well. And I noticed one thing, they do have some pictures on below. Okay, so I just happened to see it, and the back of the box is pretty much what you can see when you're doing the pre-order for the figures. Okay, so let's open it up. Okay, so this is the figure right out of the box, so let's take a closer look. So as you can see, the figure itself actually looks pretty good. There are some parts which I'm not really a fan of, because as you can see, the clothing is actually pretty glossy. To me, I actually prefer it to be a little bit more matte finishing. This seems a bit too glossy for me. Yeah, so but the details are pretty good. You can see the linings, the belt are all painted pretty well, and there are two if you, I'm not sure, yeah, I think you can see on the camera there's a the glossy part, and also the inner shirt is actually what I like, the matte finishings. Okay, and the belt here kind of remind me of the Thanos skirt. Okay, and yeah, looking pretty good. So I think everyone, oh yeah, there's a knife here, but of course it's a fake one. You can't remove it or anything. It's fully sculpted. And then let's take a look at the face. It's actually looking very good. Okay, of course, I think you will know it comes with another head sculpt. Unfortunately, not the unmasked one, but it's just another head sculpt looking to the side. Yep, so let's look into the articulations. Oops. Okay, before I start on the articulation, I'm not sure if you noticed earlier on, the part here is actually pretty much stuck up like this, and when I try to adjust it, it just doesn't really work, because it's I think it's still very new and it's very tight. So what I did was I just removed the body into half, just split it into half. I actually take this out, and I just, you know, sort of loosen it a little, like you press on it and you try to loosen the round part around here, just loosen it, and then I just put it back and I connect back the body, and now it's perfect. Okay, otherwise it will forever be stuck on the other side and I can't seem to adjust it. Yeah, so just a little fix if your Hawkeye, Ronin having the same problem like mine earlier. So let's get started on the articulation. Before we start with the head, of course with the hood on, you can't really move much on the face. If you want to turn the head, is also pretty hard, so we'll actually remove it first. Okay, so to put it back, it has the joint, the three piece of joint here, 1, 2, and another one at the back, to be put on the hole on each one. I'm not sure if it shows on the camera. There's 3 holes here that you can just put it in. Okay, so with the hoods off, of course you can move pretty much 360 degrees, look down pretty well, and look up also pretty much. Not very much, but good enough. Yeah, because there's there's some hindering on the collar, but it's still pretty good. And look down. Okay, as for the arms, of course we can already tell there's already a hindering because of the costume. Yeah, but it still can move pretty much, just that you can't really do a straight arms because of that's the best you can do. You can't really do a straight one because of the hindering here, but it's actually a soft piece of plastic, so yeah, you can actually push a little bit, but that's the most you can get. And there's no arm swivel, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's no arm swivel. Same like the Captain America. I think I missed that part out, thanks to one of my Instagram friend that told me that asked me to check it out, but there's no arm swivel here, so you can't really swivel it. But there's a double joint, can pretty much do a V shapes. Okay, so I believe there's a butterfly joint as well, you can see right here. Okay, let me just adjust the camera a bit, sorry. Okay, so now it's better because I think I moved the camera too near, so I keep getting out of frame. Yeah, so sorry about that. Yeah, so now let's go to the there's a 2 joint on the body as usual. So there's one here and the other one is on the waist, so you pretty much can bend down this much, and there isn't much hole, I mean gap, that you can see. But of course, even there is, you can't really see because the whole figure is in black, so it's quite well hidden. And when you can bend this much, this time is also there's no hole, no gap here, so it's very good. So as for the legs, we also can tell because of this piece here is going to hinder a little, so you can actually pull the legs. So it seems that this Ronin doesn't have that function to pull the legs down like the Captain America, he have it. Yeah, so you can't really pull the legs down, but he can do a pretty well 90 degrees, you can see, because this piece here is soft. But I do not recommend you to keep this for a long time, because once you put it down, the skirt might probably be like this, so it will take some time for it to go back down again. Yep, so there's a double joint knee here. Okay, and then of course the legs have a joint as well, and there's a toe hinge. Okay, so let's do a split. What's the ninja if he can't do a split, right? So yep, not a perfect split, but I think it's good enough. Yep, so that's pretty much on the articulation. So let's take a look at the accessories. Okay, so you can see the accessories here. It doesn't come with much. So yep, as for the hands, come with 3 sets of hands. One is the fist hand that comes with the figure, and then a pair of hands to hold the swords or the katana, and then a pair of relaxed hand. Okay, the relaxed hand actually sculpted pretty well. I kind of like it, you can see. Okay, and then we have empty sheet for the swords, and also another one with the swords or the katana. So these two are actually meant for the back, to put on his back. You can see there's a little joint here, so I'll show it to you. So this one is supposed to be like this once you have take out the swords, okay, and this one is when he still haven't drawn out his swords, okay, you can see. And this piece here is actually to me, like what you say, usually when he draw out the sword, of course this shit is supposed to be at his back and he's holding the sword. But why do they give another piece of this? What I think is you can also post something like, you know, he holding the swords out and he's holding the sheet, something like this. Yeah, okay, so that's very thoughtful of them. And of course the extra heads which look to the side, okay. And I don't know about you guys, actually without the hood she looked kind of like a girl. I mean, do you feel so? I mean, I can still see the likeness of the actor just for his eye, but somehow it does look a little bit girlish to me. Okay, so let's take a look. Yep, so let's try to put back the hoods, because I remember seeing a lot of pictures and he looks very good with the hood on. I mean, for me, I'm not a big fan without the hoods. It looks pretty odd to me, but with the hood he looks very cool, as you can see now. Okay, yep. And to those of you who doesn't know yet, actually hoodie character is my kryptonite. I love characters with hood, something like Assassin's Creed, you know. Yeah, so let's try to put on the hands to hold the swords. Okay, so is it something removable? No, just slot it in. Yep. So this is what I meant earlier. Oops, sorry. Okay, so it should be something like this. You remove the sword from the sheet, so that's why they give an empty sheet. Or you can actually just ignore this portion and something like this. One bad thing though, the sheet doesn't really hold very well at the back. It comes off pretty easily. Yeah, you see, it keeps coming off. Yep, so let's move on to the next section. Okay, so for the size comparison, I'll compare him of course with the release of the Endgame Figuarts this month, which is these three. The Iron Man Mark 50 Nano Weapon Set 2, as well as the Captain America. They are all from Endgame. Okay, so next we have the Ant-Man from Endgame as well, and also his best friend Black Widow from Endgame as well. So they are both from SH Figuarts. So next we have the Giant, the Thanos from Avengers EndGame, as well as the Hawk from the Infinity War, and they are both from SH Figuarts. And next we have the Thor Ragnarok from Mezco, as well as the Homecoming Spider-Man from Mifex. And lastly, we have the Wasp from Marvel Legend, as well as my favorite Deadpool from Figma. Okay guys, so my final verdict for this guy, this is actually my first, my one and only actually Hawkeye, although he's not really in the Hawkeye form, he's actually as a Ronin, but he's I mean he's my first one, so I'm happy that I got him. Of course, I'll be more happier to get the actual Hawkeye, which I think will only be released on August. Sorry, I think it's October if I'm not wrong. It's pretty far away still. Yeah, so no choice. At the meantime, he have to be my Hawkeye, and of course, a little bit disappointed that they are not giving an unmasked one. Although they're giving that on the actual Hawkeye as well, the one that I mentioned will be releasing on October. But I have seen people actually try the original Hawkeye from Age of Ultron. It fits pretty well, but I think the neck is slightly long for the head. Or they actually try with the Marvel Legend, the one that comes with 2-pack with Black Widow. Yeah, you can see on the screen now. Yeah, so that also, I think I've seen someone actually try that, and it's also pretty well scaled. Yeah, so I might try to grab that set and put it on and see how it goes. Yeah, so until then, because the price is pretty high for that set right now, if I found a good deal, I'll try to get it. Yeah, so other than that, I would say that this is not really a must-have if you are trying to complete your Avengers theme, because he's just appear on the movie like maybe around 5 minutes. Yeah, so you should wait for the one that the real Hawkeye that is coming out on October. That's the real deal. But if you like Hawkeye in the Ronin mode, I think this is a pretty good one, even though the one from Marvel Legend looks pretty awesome too. But I believe that in terms of articulation, yeah, it's always s.h. Figuarts still wins on that. Yep, so yeah, for me, I think you go give it a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, so yeah, because of the no unmasked head, and also it's not really a must-have figure, but because I'm completing all the endgame character, so I just thought of getting him. And also, like I said, is my one and only Hawkeye for now until October when the actual Hawkeye comes. Okay, so that's all for my review for this simple guy. Hope you like this kind of video, and also do let me know in the comment below if you have anything that you want to ask about this Hawkeye, this Ronin. And also subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, because I have new videos up every day, or at least every week. You can be sure there's a new video. And until then, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.